Hey everyone, Rufio with Kanai Pro Gear here, walking you through one of my main setups for the Vakarian Plate Carrier, and kind of some thinking and some reasoning behind why I put the gear on this the way that I do and what's included. So let's get started. I typically am running an AR-15, so I run the triple mag insert in the front placard, and you know the AR-15 is such a good gun. The round's amazing. It's super versatile. And I also run a bolt gun 308 as well as the AK-47s and the occasional AR-10. And I'll just throw the double mag insert into the placard when I'm running those during range days and training. But that's typically how you're going to see my setup. I also like to include 2 additional magazines on either side in the cummerbund, just for extra ammo and extended gunfight, as well as I'll actually change up the ammunition. And so I'll have a green tip on one side and some tracers on the other, depending on where I'm going to be and what I expect to interact with. So that's the magazines. I'm a firm believer that every fighter, every person carrying a gun should be carrying medical equipment on them. Make sure you have a tourniquet easily accessible with either hand. To continue with the cummerbund setup, the radio, you'll notice that I've got some retention over the top of that. That's included in the kit as well, just for some peace of mind, making sure that's not going to come out when I'm bending over or running into people if I'm doing team drills and whatnot. But those retention bands, for me, are super important. You'll notice that I run that around my IFAC too, on that bigger pocket on the left side of the cummerbund. Again, peace of mind. I just like to have to make sure that that's going to stay put. I believe also that a fixed knife or fixed blade somewhere on you is important, so you'll notice that I've got the Tor Serpent here. I believe that a fixed blade on there, kind of a get-off-me knife, if you will, should be on every carrier. Big fan of the Velcro across the front and on the top. You gotta rep what you want to rep. So I'm a regular guy. I'm a firm believer that regular people make the biggest difference, and so that's what I'm running. You'll notice that I run the cummerbund actually across the front of my placard. This is configurable, so you can run it underneath your placard if that's how you choose to do it. I like the additional retention and keeping it a little more low profile and slimmer when I'm hitting the deck or running in houses with doing team drills and whatnot. So I like having that over the front. Configure it however you'd like. That's how I do it. You'll notice too, though, there is a little bit of molly. There's a band of molly across the top for those who like to run the cry molly pouches and flaps over the top of their carriers. So that's super interchangeable. Run the dangle pouch. Some people love them, some people hate them. I'm somewhere in between. Most of the time I'm not running this, but again, depending on the application, I'll be running a face mask if I want to deploy that really quick, or gloves, some additional tools. And then, on the back, not a whole lot there because I'm typically running a flat pack or a backpack. So I like to keep that pretty minimal and nothing there. But I've got an antenna there that connects to my radio. Just, go ahead and run a longer antenna just to give you a better range, a better quality during your communications. So when I'm running a little bit more covert, I can take all this off. So I can run the carrier and just front and rear plates. If I wanted some protection that way with running some hard armor, and run that under a jacket, and this is the plate carrier that I use. So it's super easy to take these clips off, empty the cummerbund, and the way the cummerbund works and the elasticity of it keeps it super close to my body, and it's hard, you can hardly tell it's there. Another thing in terms of versatility, reach and flexibility, if you will, referring back to the reason why this was named the Vakarian, for those of you who know. This front placard, when you remove it, is compatible with a lot of the chest rig setups out there on the market, right? So if I take this cummerbund off and then placard, the kit does come with a backer, so it'll cover this Velcro. So when you attach it to those chest rigs, you're not going to get a lot of that side of the Velcro rubbing against you and ruining your clothing. So I absolutely love this carrier. I've run it through the ringer several times. Give it a go. This is totally worth the money that you spend on it, especially since everything's included. And you'll find that you won't be disappointed if this is in your kit.